How's it going? Oh, let's put it this way. Okay. I mean, there's like a haze in the background. So Merry Christmas, everybody. Oh, Merry Christmas to the kitten. So today we're going to be baking some apple pie for the holidays. We're trying to keep Lucky over here as much as we can because my mom's making some meatballs. Those are going to be part of our holiday dinner, but we're having some tonight too. But yeah, my mom's got the stove on, and this little guy keeps trying to go on the stove, and he's going to burn his little paws. So we're trying to keep him over here so he doesn't burn his little pawsies. Yeah, don't burn your little pawsies. I've got the stove too, but my stove has to go on as well to cook these apples. But my stove is like not, her stove is like a flat stovetop surface. Mine has like divots and it has a grate. As you can see over there, it has like grates and stuff. So it's a little harder for the kitten to get into there. Oh, hey Sam, how's it going? Oh, we're making some apple pie today, so no gloves. My hands have to be free. Let's see. So let's get a pot and so we can boil the apples. Yeah, so we're trying to keep little kitten over here so that we don't he doesn't burn his little paws. Lucky, what are you doing in there? Oh, is that Looney? My doggy's coming over too. Yeah, I'm just gonna put these in. Hold on, Looney. Hold on. Don't scratch at the door. I'm getting you. Come on. Come on in. You can come in. Yep, Lucky, you stay here too. Oh, okay. Oh, hold on. Kitty wants to go in his litter box. There you go. Go in your litter box. Okay. So I already peeled all the apples. Let's see. Would you wear the white gloves on both hands? Yeah, I can't today because I'm cooking and I need my hands. So, yeah, I already peeled all the apples. I did that while I was sitting down because my foot's kind of hurting today. I got my foot wrap on because my foot is hurting. So yeah, I peeled the apples while I was sitting at my computer so that I didn't have to be standing in the kitchen for as long because I'm not feeling the best today. I kind of wasn't in the mood to even do this. But I have to cook because Christmas is tomorrow and Christmas Eve is tonight. Crazy, huh? So Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy Christmas Eve. Happy Hanukkah, if that's what you celebrate. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy everything to everybody everywhere. So we got this dish of apples. It's a mix. I think it's McIntosh apples, Granny Smith apples, and then Cortland and Maccoon, Cortland and Maccoon. And I think there's a couple Fuji apples in here too. Fuji, I forget what they call them, but I love the Granny Smith ones. So we can get this water boiling. I think this one on. Come on. Oh, there's something on there. There we go. There we go. There's just something sticking in there. Okay. So we're gonna, little kitten, be careful over there. See, he tries to get into the stove. So yeah, we're gonna be cooking tonight, this evening. I've got all these lovely apple peels to give to my goats. They're gonna have a field day with this outside. Oh, and I do have, I think, one more apple. I was gonna peel one more just to show you how I do it. It's the way I peel my apples. Really easy to peel. But I figured I'd do the last one on stream. So at least you guys can see the full process. And then I have to make my pie crust for the apple pie. These apple peels. What did I do with them? What did I do with them? Oh, here it is. A dish of apple peels. There we go. Lucky. The little kitten's trying to get into everything. All right, that's all for the goats. So yeah, I just go all the way around in a big circle. You go down. And then once you get around, you just keep spinning. Keep spinning. It makes one long peel. Oh, drop that piece. Whatever, you just still keep going. And then you do the bottom. Ta-da! See, real easy. Easy peasy. And then those are going to go, again, to the goats over there. The goats are going to love those apple peels. They love apples, so they'll enjoy that. Hi, Mari. How's it going? We're making an apple pie today, so we're peeling some fresh apples. I can get my little kitten with us. Try to go down here. I'm kneeling on my floor a little bit so that you guys can see me in the frame. This little kitten. This is Lucky, our kitten. Yeah, the dog is here somewhere too. But we got the kitten right now. Where'd Luna go? I don't know where she went. So Luna, where are you? Yeah, the dog's somewhere. She'll come back. She was here a second ago. Just the kitten's here right now. He loves, whenever I start doing something with food, he's all about it. There. The goats can't have the cores though because it has the seeds and stuff, and they can't have apple seeds. Give that to them. Hi, kitty. Meow. He's so cute. No, I'm not watching the second dog. The second dog went home. Everest, the other husky, went home for the week. So I just have my dog now, but she's somewhere around here. I'm not sure where she went. So I have my dog and my cats. I have 2 cats, and then I have birds. If you hear squeaking and chirping, that's the birds. Let's see. The birdie birds. They tend to make a lot of noise. They're settling down a little bit because it's nighttime, but whenever I live stream in the daytime, they make a racket. Okay. So we got our apples all sliced. Slice the apples. We'll put the rest of those in here. I'm going to go get my mixer so I can mix up some dough and make a pie crust. Let's put this over here. Hi, Lucky. All right, we got my mixer. I'm actually going to need that bowl. I'll put a little bit of this oil the table a little bit before we cook. I don't want to do it heavily because I'm about to cook on it, but just want it a little bit oily so the stuff doesn't stick. Lucky, get off the table, buddy. So yeah, what's everyone's plans for Christmas? Hey, Sunnyside. Hey, MJ, how's it going? Yeah, I just got on a couple minutes ago. I was a little late. Hi, this little dude. He's opening the door. All right. Oh, you know what? I'm just going to get my measuring cups. Hold on. Measuring cups. Cutie. All right. The measuring cups. How's everyone doing tonight? How is what's everyone's plan for Christmas? We're just having a low-key day tomorrow. Not really doing much here right now for Christmas Eve. My brothers came over earlier just to help with some yard work and stuff. And my mom's just making dinner. She's making some meatballs over there. We were going to have them tomorrow for Christmas. I think we still are going to have some. She just made extra, so we're going to have some tonight. And with some gnocchi, potato gnocchi. My brother came over and was like, I'm hungry. So my mom decided to cook some of the Christmas food early. So she's feeding him, and I'm going to have some. Thank you. Mwah. Let's see. I'm going to watch nothing but Christmas movies and specials tomorrow and tonight. I don't know. Probably will watch something tomorrow, but I'm not really doing much tonight. I'm just chilling and cooking. Okay. The water is boiling now. So I'm going to put these apples in, which is good because I need the bowl back to do the dough. Oh, there's something in that water. A piece of something fell in the water. What is that? I don't know. I don't know what that is. No idea what that is. It's just something fell in the pan. Okay. Whoop, careful, Lucky. Okay. So we're going to steam these apples. Put that back on. Probably should have got a bigger pan, but that's what it is. The cat wants to cook too. Yeah, he is always all about the food. Anytime I'm doing anything with food, he is like all about it. Right here up my butt. Huh. Right here up my butt. You want a treat? Here, look, I got some little purely fancy. They're like samples of treats. Chicken treats. Lucky, you want a treat? Oh, what's this? What's this? Is it wet? It's a little wet food. A little wet food chicken treat. Yeah. It's a little chunk of chicken. I don't know if you can see. It's just a chunk of chicken, but it's like a wet food. Mmm. Yum. Yum, yum, yum. He's so cute. I steam them. Hi. You want to lick it? Yeah? You like the package too? He's so cute. So cute. He jumped for that tree. Yeah, he's fast. He's a fast little boy. Here, come here. You want more? Here, lick the package. It's wet. Here, you want to get it? You want to get it? There you go. Go. No? You want it? Yeah, there you go. He's such a sweetie. So we got him scheduled to be fixed on January 14th. He's getting fixed. So, because he's almost think he's about 5 months old now. He was born in July, so he's getting big. He's getting big. He was so small when I first got him. He was like not even as big as my head. He was just a little dude. You were just a little dude. You could pretty much fit in the palm of my hand. I could just hold you with one hand like this. Yes. Yes. Just a baby. All right, we gotta make some mwah. You're so cute. So cute and sweet. So cute and sweet. About 15 minutes or so. 10-15 minutes. I like them a little bit more mushy. I like them soft so that they're not like getting hard chunks in the pie. So I just go check them and then I stick a fork in them to see what the softness is. So they're a little overfilled in the pan, so it might take a little longer. Oh, okay. So we gotta make our dough now for the pie crust. So I make it the same as my pumpkin pie dough, pretty much. So we're gonna get a couple sticks of butter. Couple sticks of butter. Cutie, cutie. And let's see. Hold on. Just finding a few things over here. Use my coconut oil. This helps make the crust nice and flaky. It's like the hardened coconut oil. You don't want to use like the liquid coconut oil. You use the one that's hard. It's like the glare on this is like keeping it from being able to see very well. But and then we have our sugar, flour, etc. There's some wheat flour, some white flour, wheat flour, white flour. Yeah, the one that looks like lard, but it's not. It's coconut oil. But it looks like it. And then regular sugar. So these are my little containers of goodies. With sugar, wheat flour, white flour. So put these over here. And then I'll grab my recipe book for a second. Yeah, I mix them so you get like half wheat, half white. I don't do that usually for like cookies. I won't mix them because it makes the cookies too dense. But for the other stuff like pumpkin pie and pies and stuff, I mix it. Just makes it a little healthier instead of having pure white flour. Okay, get a little whole wheat in there. What was I looking for? My little recipe book is over here. This is my handwritten recipe book. Should have my crust recipe in here. Pie crust. There we go. Yeah?
Are you going to eat the crust, Donnie? You want me to just put it in a dish?
You can just put it in a dish, yeah, because I'm cooking.
All right. What?
Yeah, one day. I don't have everything written down. A lot of the recipes are just in my head, but I have some of them. This is my pie crust. Cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 2 sticks of cold butter, 4 to 8 tablespoons of water, plus cocoa butter. Cocoa butter is either cocoa butter or the coconut oil. Yeah, it's pretty easy. It's just the way you put it in. You have to make sure the butter is really cold. And use ice cold water, because the cold water I'm just eating a Starburst. The temperature of the water and the butter will make the crust stay nice and flaky. If the crust gets too warm, then the butter like melts into it too quickly, and then it gets hard. So speaking of which, let's do this butter before it thaws out. No, it's a Starburst. That would be gross. Stop. This is me. No, it's just a Starburst. Couple little Starbursts. I'll have the other one too. They're good. Fluffy. What are you doing here, bud? Mwah. Okay. Alright. Cut the butter into tiny little pieces. This little guy loves butter. He'll take a big chunk of the butter and just eat it. Disney has Chef Mickey. Ari has Chef Lucky. Yes, I do. Oh my god. That would be adorable branding for my cookbook. I have little Lucky Kitten, my kitchen helper. Chef Lucky. When I write my cookbook, he'll have to be my little helper. That's funny. Lucky the helper. He definitely wants to help me eat everything. Okay. Aw, yeah, that would be adorable. Very cute. Okay, so we get this. We're going to put this all in the butter. Put that all in there. And then, so we do the butter. Oh, flour, salt, sugar. Okay, hold on. Oh, I need to do the other stick of butter, and then I mix the flour in. Yeah, I've just been hurting all day today. I was going to do this earlier, but I've been trying to get my back under control. It's like right between my shoulder blades up here. I have a lidocaine patch on, but it's like right between my shoulder blades. So it's hard for it to stay on because it's like where your shoulders are, they move. So the patch keeps slipping off, but it is helping. It's just, it's been hurting. My head finally feels better though, at least. My concussion's gone, so that's good, or at least better. Every now and then it still gets like a flare-up if I'm doing too much. I get like a flare-up in my head. Hold on, Mom's coming over. Yep. Give it to me. I'll put it in the microwave. The dog's gonna steal it.
Don't forget about it in here.
No, I won't. I won't forget about my food. I won't forget about my food. That's my dinner. Okay. It's so hard streaming when you live with people. It's like awkward. I wonder if I could try one of those on my lower back. Yeah, they're good. You should try one. I don't know if they sell them over the counter in Canada, but they sell them over the counter here. They definitely work very well. They make it just easier to move because they numb it a little bit. Like you can still feel it, the pain if you really get in there, but they numb like a lot of the edge off of it. They take the edge off the pain. Which is good. Okay. Alright, there's butter. So I need 2 cups of flour. Let's do our sugar first, actually. Just do like, it's usually a couple tablespoons, so do like a 1/4 cup. Couple tablespoons. I do like a little bit under a 1/4. You can't see it was filled, but it's a little cup. Put that in there. And then we'll get the full cup of flour. Oh, apples are boiling over, it sounds like. I don't know where my oven mitt went. Where's my oven mitt? I just need a towel for now. Okay. Oh, it's looking good. Might have put a little too much water. Stuff a little bit of water out. Just dumping a little water because I put a lot. And as it cooks down, it releases more water too. I save the water and then you can drink it later like apple juice. That may actually help with my exercise. It helps take the edge off. I'm definitely looking into, yeah, oh, totally, yeah. And it does help to like exercise and stretch because when it takes the pain down, then you're able to move more. So it definitely helps. I would definitely look into it if I were you. They're just called lidocaine patches. There's an ointment too. This is the ointment. There's these are the ointment. It's hold on. Can I get this to focus? Lidocaine. I don't know if you can read it, but lidocaine right there. There you go. Lidocaine. This one's a cream, like an ointment. You can just rub it on. I use this one usually for my neck because I just rub it like that, but it's hard to get like down here. So for there, I put the patches, and then these are the patches. They sell them at Walgreens. I had them right there because I was using them. Let's see, it shows it on their back. Desensitizes aggravated nerves and relieves pain. Adhesive patch, no mess, single use application. Okay. Oh, nice. Cool. Yeah, they're really helpful. I've been using them for years. Let me stick a fork in these apples and see if they're done. A couple of them aren't quite. Yeah, I gotta flip them, I think, because the ones on the bottom are done, but not the ones on the top. I just flipped them. Some of the ones on the bottom are done, but not the ones on the top. So just kind of flipped them over. Okay, so now we're going to do our dough over here. We got the butter in the dish. We're going to put the flour in. So what I do is I put the flour, I put 1 cup of flour and then I mix it up before I put the 2nd cup of flour. It helps so that it doesn't get too much gluten formation, which makes the crust not flaky anymore. It just helps so they don't get it doesn't get over mixed. So you just gotta wait until it gets like crumbly cooking. Kind of hard to see. There we go. It's starting to get crumbly. Almost. There we go. Almost. Pretty much. Close enough to add the rest of it. See how it's like crumbly now? It like crumbles. I'm gonna make like a little crumble. There's all this stuff off the. Yuck. Yeah, let me know how it works for you if you have pain, if they hopefully help. Let me know when you try them. Okay, we're gonna put a little more of this in, and then we need to get some ice water. Actually, I'll get the ice water now so it has a minute to sit and get icy. Water, cold water, ice. Ice. Go. We get that water really nice and cold. This is to be washed. Check on our apples again. Alright, I think that's about done. Some of them just aren't cooking very well, but there'll be some harder pieces and smaller pieces. Alright, we're going to turn that off. I'll turn it off and just let it sit for a minute. Oh, I will, and if they work, then I may actually be able to move a bit better. I don't know, my doctor's never suggested this. Yeah, they don't really mention it anymore because they're over the counter. They used to prescribe them, but now that they're over the counter, they just let people do their own thing. So they don't really mention it anymore. So I've told my doctor that I use them, and they're just like, oh, that's great. Whatever works for you. I think they used to suggest them more when they were actually like a prescription because there's something that a doctor can do. It's like they don't want to suggest over-the-counter stuff because then you don't go to see them. You'll just get the over-the-counter stuff. They want to make money. That's my opinion, at least. Although I wish they would give me a prescription for it that I wouldn't have to pay over the counter, that I could get it through my insurance. It gets expensive when you use them a lot. Especially when the patches fall off. if they're like in a place where it's not going to fall off really easy, then the patches can last like a couple days. But like where I have it now, it fell off overnight. So you're rolling around in bed and stuff. But I've had them last a couple days when I have them like sometimes like on my hip it'll last a couple days because it's just right here. And usually your pants hold it on. Okay, get some of that in there. Some of that coconut oil. Okay, so now we're going to put our second thing of flour in there and then the water. So now we have our whole wheat flour. Put that in there. Yeah, the crust is really easy to make. It's just you got to make sure you're doing things in the right order. But the good thing is, now, if you want to make a crust, you can just go back to this live stream, turn it on, and follow along. And I'll help you make it. Yeah, now we're just, again, getting that all crumbly. All the crumbles in there. I'll add a little bit more of this. I'll just add the rest of this coconut oil because there's not a lot left. I'm trying to get the coconut oil out of the jar. Right, hold on. Yeah, you don't want to do that by hand. This will take forever by hand. You can also use a food processor to do it, though. You can use like a blender. I've done it in the blender before. You just put like the butter and the flour in the blender and literally blend it. If you have a good enough blender that it won't like get stuck. I don't know that my blender now would do it because my blender's so old that it doesn't have much power. But it's before it used to do it. Now it's so old that the power on it kind of sucks. Okay, I'm gonna get all this coconut oil out. Just use the rest of it because it's not gonna hurt anything. Okay. All right, so here we're back at crumbly stage again, pretty much. Crumble, crumble, crumbles. Nice big crumbles. Okay. Yeah, that's what you want is the bigger crumbles, but I might have let it go a little too long, but that's okay. Now we put the ice water in, and then the water is what makes it like cling together as a actual dough. So usually it's like a 1/4 cup to a 1/2 cup of water. So you start small because you can always add, you can't take away. So start with a 1/4 cup, and then we're going to switch to our dough hook. Switch to the dough hook and start that up. Start adding. Probably need a little more. Add another 1/4 cup. This thing is so bouncy. know, there's like a screw loose or something on that it like is bouncing around. It seems like it came even more loose just a second ago. Okay. You saw that starting to form together in the bowl with the dough hook. I think I'm just gonna form the rest of it by hand here because I'm sick of listening to that. Put this away. I'm bouncing. This thing needs to get fixed. It's like so wobbly. It's like the top of it wobbles, and I don't know what's fucking wrong with it. Hi, Looney. Looney over there. Okay, we're gonna put the wheat flour back, but we still need the white flour to like help roll it out. Sprinkle flour on the table. And then the sugar is done. We just need the white flour. This one's done. Those I can use to just use a little bit of dough. Tasty. Okay. Move this stuff away for a second. And then get the. Here's my wax paper. I got wax paper so it doesn't stick to the table. Hopefully. Just okay. That's clean. I don't need that. Okay. Roll up my sleeves. All right, let me get my thing out. Get my nice pie dish so we can butter it, have it ready. And then look, this is from the apples. We have a whole big bowl of fresh apple juice now. Steaming hot apple juice. You can add a little bit of cinnamon to that. It'd be so good. Oh, that's good. Let me try a little bit. It's really hot right now, but it's tasty. You add a little bit of cinnamon, it'll be good. Make a hot apple cider. Okay. Now I have a little bit of butter. I just grabbed a little tiny bit of butter to butter the butter dish, or butter the pie dish. The butter dish. Okay. So I just take the bottom of the butter package because it's waxed, and then rub it all in there. Rub it all in there. So yeah, it's just gonna be me and my family for Christmas tomorrow. Just me, my mom, and my two brothers. We're having the eggplant parmesan I made a couple months back. I made it on live stream. I made the whole thing, put it in a big tray and froze it so that we could pull it out. Because I love to be able to pull out garden food. It's nice, like you treat yourself to garden food in the middle of the winter on the holiday. So yeah, the eggplant, it was the last of the eggplant from my garden. So I always love to be able to share that with my family for the holidays. So I made it early and then froze it, and it comes out great usually. So It freezes really well. No issues with that. I just need to go get a tissue. 1 second. I don't want to have my nose dripping from you guys. Just get a tissue. Ooh. So yeah, we'll be having the eggplant, and my mom made meatballs, which actually I have my dinner right over here. This is kind of a little preview taste of what we'll be having some tomorrow. Is the potato gnocchi and meatballs. My mom makes the best meatballs. That is one thing she's good at. She's not usually the best cook, but she makes really good meatballs. So I'll give this a little try just while I'm here. Just reminded me, so I'm figuring I'll take a bite on camera. It's homemade. We use Pastene brand ground peeled tomato. So it's the can is Pastene is the brand, and then you make it yourself with like herbs and onions, and like there's an onion. Just a homemade sauce. But the brand we use is Pastene because they're the best. So yeah, it's gnocchi. The gnocchi is Tuscan Kitchen brand because they're like a homemade. They like make the ones that are like they look like an actual pasta, not dried. So they're like more fresh. We don't usually get those, but it was for the holiday. We were trying to get something nice. I'll put this back. I just wanted to take a bite because I was hungry. And I was talking about the meatballs, so. Gnocchi isn't stuffed, but it's mixed with it's potatoes. So it's like you mix the flour and the potatoes together. So it's like a really thick potato ball. It's like pasta, but made out of potato and flour. Okay. I'll finish that later. I just wanted to have a bite while it was hot. Okay. So let me wash my hands before I start handling the dough again. I made them once with my grandma a long time ago. I know how to make them, but I don't think I've made them since. My grandma used to make the gnocchi really good. I'll have to home make them one day. So we're gonna get this dough out. Ta-da! There's a big dough ball. Get the rest of this. It's a little bit more. And then we got to cut it into 2 pieces so that we have the top piece and the bottom piece for the dough, for the crust. Because on apple pie, there's a top piece. When I make the pumpkin pie, there's no top piece. So I usually make 2 pies out of it, just 2 bottoms. But on apple pie, it makes 1 because you have to have the top piece of pie and the bottom piece and then the top that goes over it. So, that's good. Okay. Like pieces of butter and stuff on the table. Okay. So we're gonna get our flour, sprinkle some flour. Oh, sorry, you can't see what I'm doing. Some flour on there. I'll try to get this into a nice ball. Okay, and then we're gonna get, here's my knife. I'm try to cut this into 2 somewhat equal parts. You are watching This Is Cool. I may have to step away for a few minutes, but I'm watching. Cool. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Yeah. I love to cook and bake. And then, of course, you get food out of it at the end. So it's a fun hobby because then you get to eat. It fulfills I enjoy the baking part and I enjoy the eating part. Trying to get this into another ball again. So now we're cutting that into 2 balls. Sorry. I'm trying to keep it somewhat on the wax paper just because it doesn't stick as much as the table. But it's probably going to go off the paper a little bit when I go to roll it out. Okay. So I'm going to take the piece I'm not using and put it in the freezer for a second so it just stays cold. Another piece of wax paper. Here. I just want this to stay cold. So I'm going to put this in the freezer. And then we get our roller. I'm going to roll this out for the bottom of the crust. But see, you can see the butter chunks kind of in there. If you can see. You can see the little butter chunks. You want that because that is what makes the crust flaky afterwards. That butter will, as it's cooking, that butter is going to slowly melt into the crust and make like little flakes of good crust. That's what makes it flaky, nice, delicious, soft, flaky crust is when you have the butter there. So that's what you want to see when you're making your crust. There's nice big butter chunks. Okay, we gotta put some flour on there so it doesn't stick. Let me unplug that for a second because it's in the way. I'm gonna have to go check on my apples in a minute too and make sure they're I'll drain them so they don't get overcooked. Don't put a title in your video, just go live. Why no title? Having a title doesn't help. Don't you have to have a title? I thought you have to have a title. Oh, the title is like your channel is going live. Huh. Yeah, I thought you had to put a title. I didn't realize you could just go live without titling it. You think having a title doesn't help? Or if you just put a vague title? Yeah, people don't realize how much fun cooking is. Okay. Let's see. All right, is that enough? I think that's enough. There we go. It's big enough. Then you just kind of bring the thing over to make sure it's enough. I kind of place it in the middle to make sure. And then I mark it to where the middle is. Just with my finger. Okie doke. And then kind of can cut off the little edges and make it a little more round if you want. If there's enough on the edges, I'm able to do that. Just to make it a little. Okay. You saw someone make horror pies. I don't know why that works. It just weirdly does. Oh. I always see Cassie, she like is able to change the name of the live in the middle of it, but I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to change the live while you're like the title. Maybe edit? Will that work? Hopefully I don't. Oh, you can. Hold on. It says title is required. Let me just put live. All right, I'll just put live streaming. Come chat. What is a horror pie? We made like a Bloody Mary cake for my grandma once because we were making her a cherry pie and it like caved in. So we made it like a bloody explosion and we just renamed it. So it was like gooping all out, like its intestines were falling out. We just like where the cake fell in, we just stuffed a bunch of cherries in there and made it look like it was like gooing out like a volcano. That was kind of funny. Here, hold on. Okay, so on top of the butter, I add usually a little bit of cornmeal. It helps it not stick. So it makes it have like a more firm bottom to the crust, to the crust. So I just sprinkle a little bit of cornmeal on the bottom where the butter was. Like you butter the dish and then sprinkle some cornmeal on there. So that's it. So that's the bottom. And it'll just help firm up the bottom of the crust so it doesn't get soggy. Okay, and now I'm going to get this in there. Get this in there. Maybe on my phone it's different. I just get the automatic title of Welcome to the Sunny Side is Live and use that. Oh, yeah, it doesn't do that on mine. Mine it says the title is required. But you have to put a title in there. But I changed it, so maybe that'll help. I just thought maybe mentioning Christmas would help because it's Christmas, so people were looking for Christmas stuff. So I said like baking for Christmas or whatever. Okay. So we're gonna get this, push that down a little bit in there. And we have to I'm gonna cut off this extra because the bottom's gonna stick to this after. And then I'm going to go stick this in the freezer, this whole thing, so it stays cold. Because like I said, you need this to stay cold so that those butter flakes stay nice and cold. You see all the butter flakes in there. Those little butter flakes. Oh, there's one there, there, some up there. You want those all to stay nice and cold until it's ready to cook. So, Okay. I'm just eating raw dough now. Okay. Just stick that there. It's just a little piece that needs a pat. All right, we're gonna go stick this in my mom's freezer because I think she has more room than me. I'll be right back. Happy holidays, Joey. How's it going? Let's see. Wait, horror pies are basically cherry pies. You make faces and stuff so it looks like bloody. Yeah, that's kind of what we did with my grandma's, but it was a cherry cake. It was a cherry cake, and then part of it caved in on the cake. It like broke. So then we like stuffed it and like made it like all gooey and gross. I'll be right back. I gotta put this in your freezer for you. Freezer. I'm gonna cook it tonight. It just needs to stay cold for a minute. I can explain things to my mom and she doesn't understand. Oh, okay, I'm back. Yeah. Hi, everybody. Okay. So now we're gonna get out that other one. Make the top of the pie. Actually, maybe we should wait to do that. We'll do that after. Let's get the apples going. We'll do the apples first so that the whole top is made or the whole pie is made, and then we can make the top and throw it on top. That makes more sense. Okay, so we have the apples all cooked. We're gonna strain them and drain them. Okay. I'll put those in here. Yum, 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 yum. Yeah, so it's just gonna be us, me and my brothers. I don't know if I finished telling you guys what we were making. We're making the pies are gonna be for dessert, obviously. And then we have the eggplant, the meatballs, the pasta, the gnocchi. Maybe we'll have some of that. It's just kind of like a little side to go with the eggplant. There's some leftovers. My mom made it tonight, but then there's just a little bit left over to go with the eggplant. And then she's making a roast. So like she has like a big prime rib roast type thing, I guess. Is that what it's called? Prime rib? Yeah, I think so. So she's making a big roast. She's going to do that tomorrow. And then there's going to be asparagus and salads. And I think that's pretty much it. Like some charcuterie board type stuff we usually do. But that's it. I'm keeping it low key because we have the whole big tray of eggplant. And dessert. And yeah, we made some oatmeal cookies earlier. I made those a couple days ago with the kids, but I had some extra batter. So we made some more oatmeal cookies. Yeah, it'll be good. So they're vegetables, all good stuff. I'm like eating all this extra dough now. What are you all having? You have a plan for dinner? It's just the 4 of us, so it's like me, my mom, and my 2 brothers. So we're not doing like anything big. But I think the next day we plan on going down to visit my uncle, because my great uncle Nicky is pretty much dying. He got diagnosed with cancer a few months ago and was only given like a couple months to live. And he's already like surpassed that by like 6 months of what he was given. So we just aren't sure how much time he has left. So we want to go visit him for Christmas. So we might go down the day after Christmas. And then I have plans to go visit my friend Cassie. Probably for New Year's, I think I'm going down. So I don't know exactly when I'm going to leave to go drive to her house. But I want to be there on New Year's because I don't want to be dealing with traffic and stuff. So I might try to go down the night before. So what day is that? New Year's is the 1st, well, the 31st. So maybe go down like the 30th or the 29th. Tomorrow's the 25th. Uncle Nicky would be the 26th. I would be going, yeah. So it'll give me a couple days to myself, and then probably go to Cassie's on like the 29th. Spend a couple days with them because I have a gift for her, and I haven't seen her since Saco River. We meant to get back in touch. I was supposed to go to her house during the summertime, but I just never made it. So I had a bunch of dog sitting jobs come up, and I was finishing up my garden, and then I was trying to take advantage of the nice weather and go paddleboarding all the time. So I never made it down to visit. So I got to go visit her for the holidays. So I'll just be probably out of town after Christmas visiting people. Okay, so we have apple juice, but that'll be fun. I'll probably pour the rest of my apple juice into here too. I have all this apple juice. I love the apple juice it makes. It makes such delicious apple juice. All this apple juice now. I'll pour the rest of that in there. And then get a little bit of, here's a mix of cinnamon sugar. I'll put some of that in there. I'll just make my apple juice. Watch. Make some apple juice. You get all the apple sweat. Yeah, pretty much. Apple tea. Yeah, pretty much. It's like all the apples that were boiled, and then I take the water and I put a little cinnamon sugar and drink it. It's delicious. Yeah, it is pretty much like an apple tea because it's not necessarily the juice. You're not juicing it, but it's like from all the apples boiling in it. It's like you steeped apples. So, delish. So yeah, that's my apple juice. Apple tea, I'll be having that. And then pour my apples back in here. And then I believe, let me look up on my phone because I just think there's a couple. Actually, I can do it on here. All right, give me one sec. Apple bath water. It's funny. Yeah, pretty much. All right, I'm gonna give me one sec. Hopefully it doesn't go out of the live or anything, but I'm just looking something up for the apple filling. I know it takes, I just don't remember how much you put cornstarch or whatever in it to make it like hold together. It's either cornstarch or flour, but I just forget how much. All right. Sorry, I don't know what happened. It just closed me out of it for a second. Okay, I'm gonna do that on my phone because I don't know what just happened. It closed me out of it for a second when I tried to, like, the whole page closed. That was weird. Where's my phone? Here it is. Okay, we'll do that on my phone because that's confusing. Let's find my cornstarch while I'm at it. I don't have a lot left. Ooh, is that cornstarch? Yeah. Tapioca starch too. Tapioca starch. I can mix them. Okay. There we go. All right. Yeah, I don't know what happened. It just went out of it for a second, but we're back. Okay, let's look that up again. I was just trying to find out how much cornstarch to put, but I do need a little bit of lemon juice. So we'll put that in there. A little bit of lemon juice. Just mix that up. A little more on top. Okay, that's good. Just so they don't turn too brown right now. Okay. Now I just gotta look up the apple pie filling. Apple pie filling recipe. So I forget how much cornstarch. Da-da-da-da. It's so much. It's like you gotta go all the way down to the bottom of the page to find anything. They have like all this crap at the top of the page, like a whole article. I just want to know how much cornstarch. 4 teaspoons? That doesn't seem like that much. How many apples did they put? 4 medium apples. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have like 10 apples, so I'd probably do double that. 8 teaspoons. Okay. Is that teaspoons or tablespoons? I think it was tablespoons. Oh, it was teaspoons. Huh. Okay. Yeah, let me look up a recipe that has 10 apples like I do. My hair is like sticking up. Dun, 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 dun. Come on. You gotta scroll like all the way down the page to find. Okay, here we go. First. Okay, mix the egg white. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. 3 tablespoons. Should have enough. Okay, got the recipe. Just need to make sure I have what I needed. Is this a tablespoon? No, that's a teaspoon. Where are my tablespoons? I need new measuring spoons. Oh, there's my measuring spoon. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. You guys can see I'm just putting cornstarch in there. Trying to get it out of this jar. It's like way in the bottom. Okay, there we go. My fork. So we're gonna mix that up in there. I like my apples to be a little on the mushy side, so there's some harder pieces, but there's also a lot of mushy. I like it like that. It's almost like an apple sauce on the inside of the pie, because I don't like biting into it and getting like giant chunks of apples. I like it to be like a soft, gooey innards. Okay. Make that, this just helps. Oh, this is an apple seed. Let's take that out. The cornstarch is just what helps hold it all together, so it's not just runny. Just makes it a little more firm. Makes all the goo kind of firm up together. I'll put a dash of tapioca starch in there too. Okay. Ta-da. Oh. I need a little more butter. There we go. So then we're gonna get our butter. Well, actually, that goes on top. We're gonna get our sugar. Sorry. 3 tablespoons of sugar. Let's see. Where's sugar? I'm gonna put a little bit of brown sugar and a little bit of white sugar. I have a brown sugar. I have a brown sugar, that's just regular sugar. Brown sugar. Okay. I like to put a little bit of brown sugar too. Only calls for white sugar, but I like to add a little bit of brown as well. So we're gonna do 1 tablespoon of kind of a heaping tablespoon of brown sugar, and then 2 tablespoons of white, because it called for 3 tablespoons. So we're going to do 1 of brown, 2 of white. And mix that all up. And then we're going to get our our spices. Spicy spices. Our nutmeg, cinnamon. I like a little bit of clove. Where's the clove? Okay. There's our lovely spices. So we got our cinnamon. Ceylon cinnamon. This is a fancy cinnamon. Nutmeg. I don't measure. Measuring's for sissies. At least as far as spices go, I just do it to taste. And then clove. I love a little clove with that flavor. Yeah, here. I'll just use the rest. It's not that much. Just use what's left in there. Tiny bit of allspice. Add a little bit more cinnamon because I love cinnamon. Don't want to be too strong though. Okay, let's mix that up and then I'll give it a taste. I'll see if it needs anything else. It's definitely turning into like a mash. The more I mix it though, the more it gets mushy. Okay, here, let's take a little piece and just try. Okay, that's good. I would add maybe a tiny bit more brown of the brown sugar. There, let's add a little more brown sugar, but that's good. A tiny bit more nutmeg to go with it. But nutmeg doesn't come out very easy. I have definitely had enough cinnamon. Okay, so there we go. There's our apple mixture. Put this over here. So there's our apple mixture. See, there's some harder pieces, but it's more mushy, but there are some harder pieces in there. So kind of how I like it. I like it mushy. And my family's used to my pie, so they all like it mushy too. Okay. And at the very end, we put a little bit of butter on top, but not quite there yet. So we'll put this back over here on the stove for now. And now we're gonna make our top crust. Just gonna put all this away. That can stay. This is gotta go. Back in the goes back over here. Just trying to put things away as I go. I'll end up with a huge mess. All right, here's our other dough. This is the second dough for the top of the crust. Let's go. Put one. There we go. I don't know where the animals are. They're not hanging out with me today. I think my brother's over, so they like to go hang out with their Uncle Mikey. They love my brother. It's weird because Aura, my last husky, was afraid of my brother. Now, Looney is like obsessed with him. A little too hard, but it's fine. This will help. And my drink. I did find the skirt that I'm going to wear tomorrow. My Christmas skirt. I usually wear it on Christmas. It's not like a Christmas skirt, but it's red and black, so I wear it on Christmas a lot. It's more like a salsa dancing skirt. got it like ages ago as a teenager, and I've had it forever, and it's in good, very good shape because I don't wear it all the time. I only wear it on special occasions. It's really cute. I'll show you guys after I get the flour off my hands. I don't want to touch it with flour all over my hands. Okay, I think that's good. That looks big enough. Woo. It's really hard to get like a flaky crust that like doesn't fall apart. It does, like sometimes it gets little pieces that fall apart. So the wax paper definitely helps because you gotta keep it like flaky and moist. But sometimes the butter pieces will stick. So having the wax paper here definitely helps, or it kind of sticks to the counter a little bit. So that's where the wax paper does help. You get like little pieces that stick. Okay. I'll move this over. Now we're gonna go get the other. Let's see. You could probably use cookie cutters to make fun shapes. This is for a pie though. So, oh, but yeah, I guess you could do it like on the top. You put like little, I have done something like that before where you put the full thing on, but then you put like different things on top of it so that when it bakes, you have like little designs. Like you put a design on top of the dough, the crust on top. I kind of know what you mean. Oh yeah, sorry, the live like timed out for a second. My whole, I had to like reboot it really quick. Luckily I was able to get back into it without it closing, but the whole window closed. I don't know why, it just like randomly closed on the computer. So I had to reopen it and it let me back into the live, thank God, without having to restart it. I don't know why it did that. So then I decided to look up the recipe on my phone instead because I was trying to look up the recipe on my computer and it just closed the whole window for no reason. Who knows? All right, so I'm gonna go get that tray from my mom's freezer that has the bottom crust, and we're gonna fill it, put the top crust on, and then you can probably get it into the oven. Let me actually preheat this oven. Make sure it's ready to go. Okay. Take out these extra pans. Keep this extra stuff out of the oven. Okay. I should have preheated it earlier though, because this takes forever to preheat. 350. Okay. All right, I'll be right back. Yeah. What? Yes. What did you put down? Coffee. Just the coffee? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. There is the bottom crust. Handprints on your butt. Ah! Do I? Probably. I always do that. Just because I do this. Yeah, I should wipe it on the cloth instead of keep wiping it on my ass, but I just do this. I have it on my shirt too. I tried to dress festive. I got my red and green flannel. Okay. Let's see. Let's do this. Oh God. Anytime I use flour, I look like I took a bath in it. Yeah, that's me. Me too. I try to wear an apron though. I usually try to wear an apron, but I didn't this time. There's some flour on the camera. That's what's making it not be able to focus as well. There you go. Okay. So we have the bottom crust. You want to take our apples. And we just fill it and dump it in. Dump them on in. Dump them on in. Smells good. Let me get, do I have, where's that little thing? There we go. Look at this. Just to get this stuff out without it getting all over the place. Hi, Looney. I hear you. Looney over there. Looney. Okay. Okay. So I just kind of smush this stuff over so that okay. And then we get 2 tablespoons of butter. So you see these ones as a tablespoon. Let's see, 1, 2, right here. Just a little butter, and we're gonna chop that up on top of the pie. 2 little pieces. Just put a little more butter into the pie itself. There's not as much sugar as you would think, but there's definitely a lot of butter in here. The sugar is just mostly the natural sugars from the apples. I only added like 3 tablespoons of sugar. It has its natural sugars, but there's a lot of butter in it. You can just crumble this up. Get that in there. Okay. All right, let's wipe my hands on the towel this time. So then we take this one, we're going to lift it up and put it on top of this one. Hold on, there's a piece of butter there too. Okay, I get all that. And you can cut off all the extra. This is actually plenty extra. I can put this in the freezer and make something else with this probably. A lot of extra on this one. Yeah, that made quite a bit of that one. Okay. So now we're just crumping the edges so that the pie stays together. Crimping the top edge to the bottom edge. Kind of tucking it into itself. Then you get a fork and just do this around the sides. So you make it give that little edged look. Okay. See that? So then you take and you put a little, it's really full, make a little cut in it. So let the air escape. Oh, I messed that up a little bit. There we go. Good. And then we're going to do an egg wash. Thank you. And now we're just going to do an egg wash over the whole thing so that it comes out like, gets that nice glaze. Trying to get an egg. Just use this thing low. We're going to get an egg white and a little bit of water. Okay. Get the egg white. And this just glazes the crust. Looney can have the yolk. Fish to put that into her. Okay, and a little bit of water in there to help thin it out. No, you don't do an egg wash on the bottom because it's just the bottom. You're not seeing the bottom. You can't egg wash the bottom. It'll make it stick to the to the dish. The glaze is just to make it like, so the top, it gets like a crunch and doesn't get like dried out. You can't really do it on the bottom. Okay. Because the yolk will make it like scrambled egg on top. The yolks doesn't cook the same way. The the whites will cook like clear, you know. If you put the yolks, it'll cook like yellow. You want just the whites because it's clear, so it just makes it like a clear glaze. And you just get my little brush and just spread it on there. There we go. Yeah, just makes a nice clear glaze. And the pie will come out all nice. And then my little thing that I do is I take a little bit of the cinnamon sugar mix, and I just sprinkle a little bit on the top. It gives it like a little got a little bit too much in that one spot. I was trying to do it with my hands, but it's all just sticking to my hand. There we go. There we go. There we go. So it's about ready to go in the oven now. Oh, we're just waiting for the oven to preheat. Is there anything else I'm missing? That's done. That's oh, my foil. Oh. So the only other thing I do when I cook it is I use foil for the first half of cooking so that the top doesn't get too burnt. Especially where I put a little bit of cinnamon sugar on top. You don't want the sugars to burn, so I put foil over the top. I just make like a little tent, kind of, and you just crimp the edges so it makes like a little tent. And then like just go like this, and like that. So it's still, I'll show you. It's not really touching it. It's kind of like that, so that it's not touching the pie, so it doesn't stick to it, but it's just kind of over it, so it doesn't, it's just resting over it, so it doesn't burn the top of it. Oh, so yeah, that's it. That's the pie. It's gonna be done, and we'll give this to Looney. Looney can have the rest of the egg white and the egg yolk when she comes over. She'll be all happy. So Looney gets that, and then the goats get all this apple stuff. So all my animals are gonna be happy tonight. There's not a piece. All my animals are gonna be so happy. I'll try to put put some of this stuff away. Oh, there's Looney. There she is. There she is. Hi. Hi, Loon. Hi, pretty. Oh, you rubbing on me? Sweet girl. She comes and rubs on me. She's like a cat. Did you learn from the kitties to come rub on my legs? Yes. Oh, she's so sweet. Isn't she the sweetest? Look at her. Yeah, did you miss me? Did you miss me? I missed you. I missed you. Oh, and there's Lucky. Yeah. Hi. Meow. Meow. Oh, yeah? What is it? You saying hi to Looney? Yeah, Looney, get your egg. You gonna get your egg? You gonna get your egg? Yeah, there's Looney's egg. She's having the egg from the pie. Just all the extra stuff. All the extras that animals get. There's no waste. That's what's good about having all different animals is there's never any waste. All the animals get all the good stuff. Yum. Yum. Yeah, that was good, huh, Dad? She's such a good dog. She really is. She's starting to really mellow out now that she's getting older. She's not that old. She's only not even 2 yet, but she's just starting to mellow out a little bit and not be as obnoxious all the time. She still has her moments, of course, but put this on the stove over here. Almost at 300, the stove. Put all this stuff away. Whew. Okay, so we're just cleaning up a little bit now. I gotta find a little baggie to put this dough in, but I'm just gonna throw it in the freezer for now. There we go. Ah, Lucky, you coming to get the pie? Mama's little helper? Mama's little helper. Yeah. Little Lucky. All right, we're gonna put these back. These all just go under my cabinet here. This is my little baking cabinet and all my baking stuff down here, which is really handy because we kind of set up this kitchen based around my baking table. This thing, the things I've been working off of, this big wooden butcher block table. We kind of designed my kitchen around it because I had this table. I've had this for many years. And I didn't want to have to leave it behind because I knew my kitchen was going to be really small. It's just this little L. But this works. So we kind of designed it around it, but we put my baking cabinet right here under, and it's like a Lazy Susan thing, so it turns. So it gives me a lot more room than you'd think. Here, Lucky, you want a piece of butter? Lucky. Here. We'll have it. Hey, Lucky. Here, you want a piece? Oh, little butter. Oh, little dude. Yum. It's so good. It's a yummy piece of butter. It's a yummy piece of butter. He's getting so big. So big. You're getting so big. Oh my God. They're yelling over there. They're so yelling. All right. Here we go. Yay. It's done. Let me get off. Excuse me. No. Oh, you can lick that actually. Here, you can lick it. Just don't eat it. Oh, I have to get that. I'm done with it. She wants to lick the butter thing on the package that it came in. I don't mind. I don't mind if you lick it. Okay. So yeah, pie's going in. Yeah, no problem. We're about to leave too. We're gonna sign off as soon as I get this in the oven, which is about right now. So we're just gonna open this in, and then this takes about 45 minutes to an hour. So I'm not gonna stay here the whole time, but let's put that in the oven there. Make sure that temp stays up. There we go. Whew. So yeah, I'm gonna just throw away my piece of wax paper. And now I don't have too much of a mess, because it was all on the wax paper. Most of it, at least. So yeah, that pie is gonna take about 40 minutes to an hour. And I'm obviously not gonna stay here the whole time, so I'm gonna get going. Thank you all for joining me, watching me cook. This is all for Christmas tomorrow, so I'm happy. We don't really do a big gift exchange or anything. My mom gave us all just a little bit of money for Christmas, and we did that a couple nights ago when my sister-in-law was here. Oh, I'm getting so many white hairs now. See all these whites in the front? Or over here. Yee. Like a little patch of them right there. Anyway. Yeah, so she gave us all a little bit of Christmas money the other day, so we can just do what we want. I'm still saving up to try to get my hard drive fixed. So that's probably what I'm going to put mine towards. Looney, off the counter, sweetheart. Off. But yeah, I hope everybody has a really good Christmas. Oh, I will show you that skirt, because now that my hands are clean. This is my favorite skirt. I haven't decided what I'm going to put with it yet, but I usually wear this skirt for Christmas. It's really pretty. It has like these beads and stuff in the front. They're not on the back, thank God, because that would be a pain to sit on. But these pretty beads, and then there's these like tassels. It's very pretty. It has this like netting and tassels. I don't know if you can see. It's like, it's just really nice, and it's very flowy when it's on. So I'll probably wear this with like a red top, and then I don't know, something. I have a sparkly red tank top that I'll probably pull out to wear it, and then just put like a over shirt on over the tank top because it's cold. So yeah, that's my outfit for Christmas tomorrow. Yeah, I hope everyone has a really good holiday. Merry Christmas, since it's Christmas Eve night at 8 o'clock just about. So everyone have a good night. This doggy trying to get on the counter. You sneaky little girl. There's nothing else up here, bud. She wants some apple juice. Oh, she just smells the butter. You want the butter? Huh? Okay, get down. I'll get you something. Go. I'll get you another pouch for your con. Go ahead. Go. I'll get you something. Go. 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 Do I have to use my mean voice? Go. Go. Oh, thank you. All right, good girl. All right. Bye, everybody. Take care. Have a good night.